Hey everyone, welcome to another Pioneer video here on Magic Arena. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, and there's a link to my Ko-fi account in the description. So if you're able to support the channel that way, it is greatly appreciated. So today we are moving away a little bit from Spider-Man and through the Omenpaths, and you might notice this deck looks a little different to what we're used to in our format. Looks more like a commander deck. In many ways, but that is because we are running a deck using Lutri the Spell Chaser. So this is a companion that's a 3/2 with flash, and when it enters, if you cast it, copy target instant or sorcery spell you control. And it's a companion, but the restriction that this companion has is each non-land card in your starting deck has to have a different name. So yeah, we are running an Azorius Control deck that has only singletons of our non-land cards. And so as you can see, our mana base is pretty much what you'd expect to find in an Azorius Control deck. A pretty high number of lands, the usual dual lands, Meticulous Archive as a Surveil land, a couple of creature lands, few utility lands, and some Fields of Ruin rather. So yeah, the mana base is pretty self-explanatory, but because we are running Lutri, then we have just a single copy of each of our non-land cards, and we'll see if the ability to kind of copy a powerful instant or sorcery like Dig Through Time, like Treasure Cruise, perhaps Memory Deluge, Consult the Star Charts, one of those powerful draw spells, or even maybe a removal spell to kind of get that double hit. Is that worth the restriction? And it'll be interesting to find out because there are a lot of potential cards you can play in Azorius Control. You know, you can see here from all of our single spells, these are all kind of things that you might see in an Azorius Control deck. You know, early removal with Portable Hole, Seam Rip, counter spells like Absorb, 3 steps ahead, No More Lies, Mass Removal with Supreme Verdict, you know, and then some top end Teferi, the Wandering Emperor. You know, these are all kind of control staples, but we are having to kind of dip into some other cards. So we got cards like Hallowed Moonlight, Fateful Absence, Soul Partition, cards you might not necessarily see in a deck which can run 4 of all of its non-land cards. But yeah, this is a interesting build, and yeah, it's kind of trying to see if Lutri can do the business in that sense. So yeah, it'll be interesting this. Yeah, so we got some powerful top end cards that we might want to copy. As I said, Treasure Cruise, Dig Through Time, as well as our finishers. So we got our Marang River Regent, a Torrential Gear Hulk. So yeah, a lot of different things that we could potentially doing. So if nothing else, when playing this deck, there should be a wide variety of spells that we cast. Showcase a lot of different cards, so that is something. Then in terms of the sideboard, this is a bit of a mess, but similarly, Lutri takes up one of the slots, but these are all one of different cards. So Authority of the Consuls, Joust Through, Ghost Vacuum, Unlicensed Hearse, Good Graveyard Hate, same with Cutsel's Flanker, Knockout Blow, kind of doing a similar thing to Joust Through. We got an Annul, an Eighth Gust, a Mystical Dispute, so we got some more counter spells to put in the package. Reckon a Bankbuster, Maze Mind Tome for some different card advantage, Disenchant, and then 1 copy of Ashiok, which, as well as being some graveyard interaction, kind of shuts down the opponent's ability to draw cards. Search the library rather, not draw cards. I'm thinking of Narset. Speaking of which, where is Narset? Narset's not here, never mind. And then we do have 1 copy of Emrakul the Promised End as well, because why not have that as a finisher in the sideboard, just for fun. So yeah, sure as hell going to be an interesting experiment, this one. So yeah, let's take a Lutri control deck onto the ladder. Yeah, this seems like a reasonable start. We can get our counter spells online, then potentially build up to casting a Baza or a Planeswalker. Yep, this seems good. Nothing hugely, no particularly good hits with Lutri yet, but there's plenty of time for that. Yeah, I will keep a 4th land, I think. Okay, the opponent's gonna get one go at my hand. Fair enough. Okay, well, we got Negate online now. The opponent's on Probably Rakdos demons or something similar. So yeah, I'll negate the Fable of the Mirror Breaker. Wouldn't get any value out of Baser at this point, so I suppose it would draw us a card. Not sure that alone is worth it. Yep, so absorb Fable number 2. Okay, so we could play Baser this turn. If we play a land first, then it draws us a card, so I think that's probably fine. Cool, cool. Okay, so they get one card out off that before I get lost it. So we'll blow that up. Pass the turn. And a ritual chamber as well. Well, I can send the demon back to their hand at least. Well, actually, let's blow up their Mutavault. Get rid of this. Big Tef. I like Big Tef. So we'll get him down.
I'm known for my excellent. Hold that thought.
Yeah, untap a couple of lands. We got Brazen Borrower potentially. That's quite annoying. So they can drain me for 2 here. I'm still on 23, it's not a huge problem. Brazen Borrower does put a little bit of a clock on them. So I'll let them draw. We know that's a Fable. I'll play Brazen Borrower. Again. Bit of a nothing. Okay, I quite like Settle the Wreckage. So yeah, I'll attack them for 3. I'll put Lutri in my hand. Spends our mana, and also, you know, if I just play it as a 3-2, that's still not the end of the world. So both drawing an additional card a turn here, which is quite spicy. Didn't think I need to settle the wreckage. I think I'll just make a token and block. Another annex. That's not good news. I kind of need something like Farewell now.
Hurry.
Yeah, Dovin's Veto's coming a little late. So yeah, let's let them... I might just flash in Lutri, to be honest, just as a blocker. I feel like a settle turn is coming up now. So yeah, I'll veto that. Yes, 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 please. Okay, this is pretty good news. Haha! Brilliant. Ah, God, I haven't got someone with a Settle the Wreckage for far too long. Okay, so the opponent's on Rakdos Demons, so I definitely want a Null. Probably want Disenchant. Knockout Blow is fine. Eighth Gust is fine. Yeah, I think there's some decent sideboarding here. Don't necessarily want 3 steps ahead on the draw. I think that can go. Hollowed Moonlight is actually an okay answer to like a demon token. Ditch a Soul Partition. I think change the equations fine, make disappear. Yeah, let's trim that. And then maybe Fateful Absence as well, as I don't really want them drawing extra cards. Yeah, this is a tricky one to sideboard, just because. Yeah, do I want Joust through as well? Probably not. I think, yeah, maybe I'll put in Bank Buster as well, actually. And let's take out Censor on the draw. So I say, it takes a little longer than it normally does to sideboard. Because there's a lot of options for cards to take out. I don't love this keep, but if I do manage to land the Bank Buster, that does at least give me some card advantage. Nope, looks like Bank Buster is going away. Okay, then again. Looks like Bank Buster is going away. Okay, well they've kept a 1-lander at least, so that gives us something to work towards. Okay, fair enough. Good. Hmm. 2 goes at hitting a land, then with Consult as well. Spell Pierce maybe slowing the opponent down. This is a tough one, actually. Like, if I knew for sure I was going to draw a second land, I'd probably keep it. But I think I'm going to send it back. Should have kept it. Okay, looks like we're going to 5. This will have to be a keepable 5, so I'll put back Dovin's Veto and probably settle for now. Just keep cards we can actually cast. Yeah, I think that one's got to go in the bin now. Interesting. More of a Dimir deck this time. Somewhat annoying that we can't currently cast Absorb. Okay.
Ha! I love a dramatic entrance. I've trained with the best.
So yeah, I'll just blow up one of their lands here and just get my colours all lined up. Yep. This was a tough opening hand that we dealt with here, so it's perhaps not surprising that we're on the back foot quite considerably here.
My eyes are as sharp as my sword.
Okay. Cycle sensor. I got Cycle Hollowed Moonlight as well. Oh dear. I'm not hitting any lands here, am I? Yeah, this is going to be pretty tough, I think. So yeah, let's dispel that. But it's not looking amazing right now.
I've got you beat.
Yeah, just don't really have an answer for Kaito at the moment. Okay, it's a land. But yeah, just this is hitting me for 4 damage a turn, and there's not a huge amount I can do about it. Yeah, I think we're nearing concession point. They're just drawn so many cards. And like, they don't need to do anything. Yeah, I mean, there's a kind of question now as to like, because Settle the Wreckage does technically deal with Kaito, but do I want to show them it in game 1? I mean, just give it a try. They've almost certainly got something they can do about it. Yep. Okay. Yeah, no, we could have kept the 7 there, maybe chanced our arm for a land, but it would have been a risk. So I think that was still the correct decision. Okay, so the opponent's playing a sort of Dimir mid-range deck, so Mystical Dispute can go in. What else do I want here? I actually think what we have is pretty reasonable. We just drew all of the worst bits of it. Or just not enough land, really. So I think I'll just stick away Brazen Borrower in this matchup. And we'll go from there. Fine. So Soul Partition is actually not an unreasonable answer for a Kaito, because it can't be ninjutsu'd once you've got... I don't think I need Destroy Evil right now. It can't be ninjutsu'd once it's in exile. Sure thing. So yeah, this is a more traditional rogues build. I'll take the 1. And actually then filling up my graveyard while I've got Torrential Gearhulk is not necessarily the worst thing. Okay, yeah, we'll censor that. I'm being Kaito'd again, aren't I? So yeah, they can hit me once with that.
Looks like I gotta fight my way out of this. Your secrets didn't stay hidden for long.
So yeah, I will Soul Partition Kaito just to get it off the battlefield.
Don't worry, I've got an exit strategy.
Now costs 6 and can be countered. Okay, I'll absorb their Thoughtseize. I don't really want them messing with my hand. Okay, looks like they got a counterspell of their own, perhaps. Yep. Okay, this is going pretty well, and for them, pretty badly for me. Can you probably take Gearhulk here? It's the best card in my hand, yeah. Okay, yeah, let's just stick Lutri in and go from there. Seam Rip away there. Thieves Guild Enforcer. Okay. Full Control. Mystical Dispute. Play Lutri. Copy Mystical Dispute. That's fine. Lutri can die. So I've just got a Farewell in my hand. Okay, so land lets me kill Kaito, which is not nothing.
Fine. I'll make a new plan.
Looks like we are Battle of the Lands. There go all my lands. So yeah, I think I'm just gonna have to wait a turn. Because I've got so many creature lands. Yeah. Damn it. So hoping I might fall for that. Okay, well let's just start blowing up their Restless Reefs now. Yeah, well, I'm not going to attack into removal, so... I'll get rid of that. Down to 31 cards. Disdainful Stroke's probably a decent one for them to keep. So I'll go to 2. It's looking pretty tough here. They had a lot of creature lands. Let's see what stock up can do for me. Yeah, I'll take a... yes, well, I'll take a March and a Treasure Cruise. Treasure Cruise is pretty spicy here. So I'll leave in... So I'll just farm all the lands. 6, 7. Nice, okay. Play land. Say go. Okay, this got quite interesting all of a sudden. Yeah, I'll fire off a Deluge. They can Disdainful Stroke it, but that's fine. I've then got the option to play it back again. Jawari Disruption doesn't do much for me here, but I might as well keep it just in case. Okay. Yep, you can have back your Thieves Guild Enforcer. And have a turn. So I'll specify that. I'll Memory Deluge from the graveyard. Okay, how many cards have I got left in my library? 21. I'll take Negate and probably consult the star charts. Not quite at being able to do all things yet. Okay. Oh, that's disappointing to lose to Fairy. Okay, they can go. So that one, I'm probably just gonna march. So yeah, let's march for 3. For 4 rather. Oh dear. So I can Jawari Disruption that, but that would leave me dead to Enduring Curiosity. Yeah, I think they've got me here, unfortunately. They've just got a bit too much stuff. Yeah, so that's going to have to resolve. Just, I've got too much sorcery speed interaction here. Like, none of this stuff's working for me, unfortunately. I don't think there's anything I can draw with Consult the Star Charts that'll get me out of this. But let's have a look. Nope. Ah, that's disappointing. Still, grindy game, and we almost got there. Kind of turned the corner, but they just had a bit too much. Yeah. We'll try once more to see if we can do something big with Lutri. I mean, this is not a keepable opening hand, and I'll give you 3 guesses why. Six lands and an 8-mana spell. It's a no from me. Okay, this is marginally better, so I don't think we can keep a farewell at this point in the game. Ooh, a stomping ground. That's different. I wonder why they shocked that in. Maybe they had a early burn spell or something. Jund. Jund colours. Jund colours is interesting. And a biotech specialist. Yeah, that's a good card. The lander tokens and the damage is not nothing. Okay. So some sort of artifact sacrifice deck, Jund sacrifice, something like that. I'll take 2 here. Yes, I'll censor that. I could potentially cut them off one of their colours of mana here, but I don't think they've probably got enough basic lands, so I'll probably just play the Verge. Lutri doubling stock up wouldn't be the end of the world, but it requires quite a lot of setup. Okay, we can have a synthesizer. Yeah, so it is like an artifact sacrifice deck. Looks cool. Yep. A lot of low value stuff that doesn't seem worth counterspelling, so I'm going to stick a Brazen Borrower down. Just apply a little bit of pressure to the board. Have they got like Bone Splinters or something, or a sack to destroy spell? Torch the tower. Okay, fair enough. And Deadly Dispute as well. Ooh, this looked pretty rough, this first game. Yeah, I've not had... I need kind of a board wipe. Wonder why this deck's... I mean, I took this list. I didn't see Temporary Lockdown. I wonder why it's not running that. Seems like an oversight, given how good Temporary Lockdown would be here. So yeah, let's make that disappear. Now Settle the Wreckage, I do like. So yeah, let's send both of those away. Fair enough, I guess. Well, they can sack their thingamajig here and get me down to 3, which seems to be good. But their board is now empty, which is not nothing. It's not. Their board's not going to be empty. Their board is now empty, which is not nothing. So I don't think I've got time to cast Lutri, to be honest. I need stock up too badly right now. So yeah, I'll take Gear Hulk. And I'll take a land. I just need something on the battlefield to help me turn the corner. And Torrential Gear Hulk flashing back a counter spell or something is not the end of the world. Okay. So yeah, I'll no more lives the Legion Extruder. Okay, let's see what Gear Hulk can do for us here. Okay. There's nothing I really want to flash back. So I'll just flash back a sensor and it won't do anything. Shoot. Yeah, okay. Then yeah. Couldn't quite get there, unfortunately. I like what they're doing. Yeah, temporary lockdown seems like a massive oversight in this list. That is worth bearing in mind. Yep, so I'm going to put Joust through in. I'm going to put in Knockout Blow, Annul. And I think I will take out Destroy Evil, Fateful Absence, probably Borrower. Yeah. Yeah, I wonder why there's no temporary lockdown in this list. Should have spotted that. Yep. This is a decent opening hand. Particularly against what we're playing against. Yeah, I don't know. I could see an argument. If I was me, I'd probably take Baser. It's the proactive card in my hand. Everything else is reactive. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, Spell Pierce that. I think that could just be portable hold. This is slightly awkward just because I'm obviously losing the ability to cast any counter spells. Yeah, only having one white mana here is a bit tough. Okay, we got away with that, and now we've got a second white mana, so that's pretty good. Okay. I'll definitely take the land. Actually, let's grab a Meticulous Archive. Yep, keep Memory Deluge. Don't think I want that floating around. That's fine. We take 7 here, which is not great, but they now only have 1 card in their hand. And I'm about to seam rip their weapons manufacturing. So copying Memory Deluge with Lutri is actually bad because the copy doesn't cost anything, so it doesn't look at any cards. Okay. That's fine, I can cope with that for a turn. This not hitting artifacts has been a bit of a problem. I'll take 1. Memory Deluge. Ooh yeah, take the Wandering Emperor, take Castle Ardenvale. Okay, you can have a 2-1, which I think I'll best smite. You hath been smited. Hello. Okay.
Through ambition, I am remade. Even the smallest trinket has its use.
So yeah, I got some options here. I can play the Wandering Emperor, I can make a 1-1, I can get lost Tezzeret. Soul Guide Lantern is fine. So yeah, they can get rid of my Memory Deluge, but I don't care too much about that. Okay, I can no longer kill Tezzeret though, just with a 1-1, so I think I'll just play the Wandering Emperor.
Is already vast.
I hope you're
So
ready
yeah,
to
we'll make a 2-2.
keep watch for intruders.
Okay, don't hate having Dovan's veto here, so let's make another 2-2.
May your blade strike true.
And yeah, I'll put Lutri in my hand for now. Pass the turn. I still do need an answer to this Urabrask's Forge. Eventually it's going to get too big. Yeah, I'll kill that with the Gat Lost. Nice, nice.
Still have much to
Okay, I've still got... What's this doing for them? Tarian's Journal, sack, discard your hand. Okay, there's a lot going on here that I can't be bothered to read. Okay, Knockout Blow is another temporary answer to a... problem. What does this do? You may cast a spell into this with a finality counter on it. I don't actually have any creatures in their graveyard, so... or whatever. Yeah, I'll knock that out. You can only use that as sorcery, I believe. Yep. Yeah, I'll Dovin's veto that one. Don't really want it. It's giving me indigestion. Okay. Only Colt Anvil's not bad. I'll have to stick something in it, though. Right, let's play Lutri. Okay. Yes, I think I'm taking 5 here and liking it. Okay. It's fine by itself. I don't love it, but... Another Clockwork Percussionist. Okay, the percussion is endless. Go to 7. They can play a land. Or make a token. Okay, it's looking pretty rough because I'm just drawing land. I do have Settle the Wreckage, so I've got a little bit of time, but not much. Oh, I don't love Biotech Specialist one tiny bit. Yeah. This has been pretty rough. They've had good cards. But yeah, Urabrast Forge just wrecked me here. I wasn't able to counter it. I had no real answers for it. Yep. So I got a 4. Yeah, I mean, Farewell is probably the only thing that's going to keep me alive here. And even that is pretty dicey. Yeah, okay, good game, opponent. Oh, that was a shame. Yeah, I needed temporary lockdown in this matchup. I just needed to draw slightly better as well, I think. Yeah. Never mind. So yeah, we never really got to see Lutri do its thing much. I never drew Dig Through Time or Treasure Cruise, so yeah. Yeah, I don't think Lutri Control is going to be taking the format by storm anytime soon. It's just, it drives far too much inconsistency by having to reduce all of your cards to singletons. I think there's some deck building issues here as well. Like, it needs temporary lockdown, it needs a few other things. But yeah, just losing, yeah. There's a reason why you play 4 copies of your important cards in Constructed Magic. And yeah, this effect is just a little bit too cute, I think. But you know, this list did do quite well in a recent challenge, that's why I thought I'd give it a go. But yeah, a combination of bad draws and a little bit of just not having the right cards at the right time, because there's so many other cards you can draw instead, makes it probably not that great, but yeah, it's something different, so worth a try. So yeah, here's the deck list one more time. It's in the description as usual, so let me know what you think in the comments. Thank you very much for watching. Like and subscribe if you haven't already. Contribute to the coffee account if you can, and I'll see you next time.